Gorilla Technology Group surges on some amazing revenue guidance. I saw a comment regarding this in the section in the channel when stock was below 20, and now it has absolutely exploded. So excellent work from the community. You keep finding good investing opportunities. Make sure to join the Discord as well and comment and discuss these opportunities in there, because as you can see, it takes some time for me to analyze the stock. As I'm recording this video, it's trading at 33.59, and the initial gut feeling is that this stock can indeed trade a lot higher. Let's go over what we know. Hey, I'm Andreas. I've been investing for over 10 years. Let's take a closer look at Gorilla Technology Group. In this case, we see share price increase by quite a lot, 85% year to date, on expected higher revenues. So we have execution risk still baked into the asset price, and we need to keep a lookout on margins going forward as well to see how operating profit will keep up. Because if revenue just explodes, but we continue to see negative cash flow from operations, well, then this is not a good thing. If cost of revenue just keeps pace with revenue increases, that's a very negative sign. One of the reasons that Palantir is surging so much is their amazing margins, and we need to look at this as investors. So we can see in the past we had negative operating cash flow. This is very common for a company of this small cap size. I mean, Jesus, look at this market cap, 620 million. This is an absolutely tiny company. Just the market cap alone means that most institutions won't look at this company. For example, Warren Buffett, he doesn't even analyze a company that slides across his desk if it's not 5 billion or more in market cap, because he can buy the entire company, and if it succeeds massively, it won't make any difference. So that's the huge advantage that we have as retail investors. So remember that tiny market cap, cash flow from operations still negative. So we need to see execution here on this AI transformation of energy grid that they're doing in Thailand, by the way. I'm going there for a full month, been there before. And indeed, they can do a lot of optimization on the energy grid. It's quite chaotic there. Fully understandable that they're able to land such a contract. Let's take a look at the other engine of the rocket ship that can propel stock price to the moon. Institutional buy-in. When institutions give the OK sign on a small cap, it creates a lot of buying pressure. And if institutions start buying, share price is going to go a lot higher. It's just as simple as that. In this case, we see that shares held by institutions only 10%, so very small. This creates a lot of upside potential just from more institutions buying in. One example of this, once again, we saw in the Palantir case when they joined the S&P 500 and now lately Nasdaq and S&P 100 as well. When the indexes rebalance, institutions are forced to buy in. We have, for example, the Russell index for some small caps in some cases. One worrying thing though is shares held by all insiders is quite low. I like to see insider operators. I would like to see, for example, in the case of Porch Group, we can see that the CEO, Matt Ehrlichman, he owns more than 20% of all shares. Highly invested in the success of the company. A lot of personal wealth at stake. And we all know that if you own something, you take a lot more care of it. The most common example in this case is, let's say you own your apartment versus you rent your apartment. Which one do you take better care of? Ask yourself. We all know the answer. So the same in this case, quite a bit low insider ownership, and that's a bit worrying. So the two worrying things here are insider ownership and the execution risk. So we have this higher revenue guidance once again. We need to see execution on this, and we need to look at margins going forward. That's what I would keep my eye peeled on as an investor in this case, listening in on the earnings calls, seeing the tone on management, and indeed perhaps ask some questions in the Q&A section if you're able to get through the operator regarding margins in this case. Alright, that's been it for this video, doing a quick analysis here on Gorilla Technology Group. Once again, excellent find. We have a very sharp community of investors here on the stock channel, and it's much appreciated that you give me, the time and do the research, do the suggestions. Excellent community all around. Alright, that's been it for this video, and as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now, bye bye.